Yes, anyone that's just joined us back, we were streaming. I think I might have to ban Stel from joining streams midway through. Because the last two times he's done it, he's cancelled the stream. He's closed the stream. And I was sitting here talking to myself. Apparently still closed it. We are back. You haven't missed much. Game's still going on. Still 0-0. Two teams still feeding their way back in. And you know what? I don't know when Stel's next show is. I don't know if it's Monday next week, but you can all go and throw abuse at him again. Because Stel, yeah, comes on for a few minutes and cancel the whole stream. Oh, West Ham going to be in? Oh, that's well played by the goalkeeper. Oh. No, you haven't missed a goal. Reading started quite brightly, actually, which is, I was just saying before stream got cancelled by Stel, we do seem to have this ability to make teams look decent in pre-season. But having said that, Reading probably, they've passed well, and they've got a couple of trialists in their team. I did see trialist A and trialist B, so it's at least two trialists, but they're playing well. They've always played good football. Charlie, cheers, mate. And for you, how many years has it been since Reading were in the Premier League? It's been a long time coming. You should push it again. Oh, good punch from the goalkeeper. And clearance. West Ham are trying to knock on the door a bit more, but Reading are standing quite firm at the moment. That's a good bit of play. Oh, solid in the end there to sweep it back up. West Ham come forward. Pocket picked again. Back with the midfield. Both teams, no one was holding on to possession. Clever little flick. The pitch does look good. Yeah. I used to collect Match Attack when I was 10. They were the Prem back then. I'm thinking it's about 10 years ago, maybe a little bit more. Pitch looks good, Bone playing well. It is a good pitch, but you'd hope so in pre-season. Teams, haven't had harsh rain on it yet and lots of running, so it should stand up well. Oh, that was a good header. Trialist A is Edwards. Is he the one that used to play for Swansea? Or am I thinking of a different Carl Edwards? And child B is Lazar. Anyone believe the rumours Liverpool bring an interest in Bowen? I believe that he may be on a list of potential signings, sure, but do I think anything will happen about it? Honestly, right now, no. Might just be me. But I don't think he's going to go to Liverpool at the moment to play second fiddle. He knows at the moment, especially with the work ethic he has, he's
Okay, I'm back just while Matt gets himself sorted. If you are watching, welcome to our live Matchday Live. We've got Reading, West Ham. The score is 0-0. Matt, if you are listening, jump out and jump back in again. Hopefully that'll get it reset. Thanks to Stel for coming in and cancelling the stream. I don't know how many times in a season he does it, but he does. What's your thoughts so far in the game? Get your comments in and let us know your thoughts. Dawson on the ball, plays the ball out wide. Fredericks cuts inside to Mark Noble, tries the ball over the top, finds Bowen, pings the ball in through the middle, just goes in behind Antonio though. Reading defend really well, clear the ball out. Sufal and Suchek are not available. They're not back from the their summer. Yeah. You all right, Matt? You're back. No, you're not. Everything was rosy until Stell got involved. Reading on the attack down the left-hand wing. Cuts inside to his right foot. Reading driving forward. Played the ball out wide to the right. Reading still got the ball. West Ham trying to put many men on them. I don't know what Matt came to the conclusion of when it came to Okaflex starting. I don't know who he's starting for. I can see Noble and Coventry in the middle of the park. Matt, is that you back?
Me? Am I back?
Yeah.
I think, I was trying to work out, I think it was Lanzini.
I thought I'd seen Lanzini there, but maybe I haven't.
I didn't notice. I sort of froze and I was like, oh, great.
The pitch is a lot better than the Dundee pitch. Is that Ben Johnson down?
Yeah, I think so.
I can't believe it. What is Stell doing, mate?
Oh, mate, I'd say when I come back on, like he's going to be banned from joining streams midway through. Last 2 times he done it was the last day of the season. And he come back in for like try and review, didn't he? And he just cancelled the whole thing when he was at the stadium. And he's done it again today. And then he messaged me and was like, "Oh, did I just kill the stream?" I was like, "Yes, mate, you did."
The game is very slow. Do you mean the game is very slow in general, or do you mean off the stream? We're also going to cut away from the game when there's a break, just to break up the stream, actually. Oh, there you go. Just as I say that. And we're just watching the players. They're just having a drinks break because it is very warm out there. I mean, I'm in Scotland just now.
Well,
Matt, I think we're sitting...
Southeast and it's still 27
Where are
degrees,
you?
mate.
Yeah, we're 26. And I'll tell you something now, mate. So Northern Ireland today had the record temperatures in Britain, and I'm only across the water from Northern Ireland, so we're expected temperatures of 32 tomorrow.
We had 32 the other day, and it's just, you know what? It's just too hot. It's just, I cannot imagine.
Yeah, but listen, we are, like where I am, which is very weird, is going to break the record. Apparently, they're reckoning that we'll break. I think the record in Britain is 34.2. And they're expecting where I live and Northern Ireland and on the west coast of Scotland to hit the breaking records. I mean, it's unbearable. Like, I've kept the kids out of the weather pretty much most of the day today.
But mate, just think, like what you're saying about that weather record breaking. So it's going to be what?
Fornals? Is it Fornals? Sorry, is it Fornals that's out? I've not seen him.
No, I've seen him. He had a header earlier.
Have you?
Yeah.
What do you think of the strip?
I said I've got mine turned up earlier. I've got it around somewhere. I like it. I'm not sure about the away strip.
Apparently, lots of rumours kicking about saying that they will take away the white box around the
white box. Just looks like if it's part of Betway's logo, then there's nothing you can do about it. But if it's not,
see, the thing is, we sorry, just quickly, when they've streamed like this before, we have put it up and nothing came back.
Okay.
I don't think there's any kind of payment streams.
It's the Premier
all
League
that sort of stuff.
The Premier League won it, but the Premier League don't own the rights to this, do they?
Yeah, absolutely. Right, everyone, listen, I'm going to leave you with Matt. I'm going to go and put the kids to bed. I will be back. Matt, just when they take a drinks break and stuff, if you take it off the stream and then bring it back on every now and then,
that's all right.
That'll do the world of good. So a bit like this. Right. Hold on, Reading on the attack. Are they blowing for offside? He has. Or is he going to go? Oh, no. I'm doing the wrong way, mate. They're shooting the wrong way.
Yeah, no, we were on the attack.
So just a bit like that, mate, and then bring Bring it in. Right, I'll let you go. I'll be back soon.
What have we got to? Go back here somewhere. Don't show the stream. Muggy in Hampshire, weather app has lightning in the next hour. We need some more rain. I mean, when it chucked it down yesterday, it was almost floods, but we definitely need some sort of into the box, chips into the back post. Oh, well defended. Noble. Oh, Noble, that was weak. You can't be calling for a handball for that, Noble. When Stelios back, for the brief 4 minutes he was on the stream, I think he's in Madeira. I think he said he's in Portugal. He said he's back this weekend. And then he finished the stream because if Stell's on the stream, you don't need to see it anymore. Lots of action, but no goals. Yeah, which is what I normally expect from West Ham in pre-season. I think David Moyes cares about the fitness more than anything else. And not historically, when we've done well in pre-season, it's not gone well for us in the league. So sometimes I worry if we do well in pre-season. Not going to lie. Yeah, and that is really what pre-season normally supposed to be. It is about getting the fitness up. Yes, you want to get repetition in and try and blend in new players, but if you've just got the same players out there you usually get, you just want the reps and the fitness levels. And while I would hate to be running this sort of weather, and I mean, it's good for the players because get your fitness up in this sort of temperature, when you're running at less, works out better for you. Well, Peach for Noble. Oh, chip too far. Breaks down again. What's everyone's score predictions? I'm going to put it out there. When I watched the last time I done the watch along, we did the dual stream for the Orient and Northampton game. I chose Leighton Orient and it finished a boring 0-0. I'm hoping it can't be any worse than that. Well, mate, he's at the game at the stadium. It's 31 degrees. Oh. Yeah, he's behind a bit. I've got another stream on myself, and Anton is a little bit behind. I think I don't know if it's just. I think because they're streaming it on more than one platform. I think certain platforms are further ahead than others. Hi everyone. Is Ben Rama playing? No, he's part of the group that. I think we got some staggered returns because of internationals, and he's part of that group. So I don't think. I think he only put it back to training a couple of days ago, so I don't expect him to play at all. Oh, brilliant ball through the middle here. Oh, Bray from the goalkeeper. I'm not sure if there was a way. I don't know if they did or they just sold things. That the game at full capacity. I've no idea. I mean, I'm sure it's going to have to be some sort of COVID passport or temperature check, or is it the PCR test or lat flows, whatever the quick one is. Yeah, streams are normally 20 to 30 seconds behind. Yeah, there is a lag probably between what we're seeing and what you're seeing anyway. I mean, there'll be a lag on for it being a stream because it's online. That's always a thing. And because we're streaming it as well, we probably will be 15, 20 seconds behind what you see, even if we're watching it at the same time as you. Who are the two centre halves? It's supposed to be. I'll bring your squad back up. Diop and Dawson. Like I said, if you look at the team, that is actually quite a strong team. There's a lot of youth on the bench. Ben Rama is on the bench. Just come back to training. Forson was one that is worth having a look at. He's worth one keeping an eye on if he comes off the bench because he played really well in the first game. Oh, good fall through for Bowen. Run at the back line, cut inside. Oh, again, well played by the goalkeeper. And another clearance, cleared up and out again. There's a big chance there. Bowen, he should really have done better with that. West Ham set fee of 35 million. Would you take it? Oh, it's a difficult one because it's stupid, right? Because if you said that 4 or 5 years ago for any sort of player, you'd say yes. But even now, the current market, we all expected COVID to reduce prices, but it doesn't seem to have held. Prices still seem to be holding firm. 35 mil in the current market for an English player. I think you probably get more. I think you certainly by the end of this season can be worth a lot more. I think he's really developed and brought on especially the last sort of 6 months of the season. You'd possibly be hard pushed to find a replacement for the same sort of money. Frederick Johnson, Diop Dawson, Noble commentary. It is for Lanzini, yeah. I don't know if that means that Lanzini's injured or they just precaution or they just thought they'd give Oko Flex a go instead. Yeah, he will be worth a lot more. I'm trying to keep up the comments, but God knows how far I'm lost. I think it just massively jumped again. It definitely jumped that time. Is Creswell playing? Yes, apparently he is. He should be playing left back. Yeah, he is. I say Moyes has put out a rather strong team. Ball's getting whipped in. I'll tell you with the header. Oh, I thought that was in. I genuinely thought that went in. Mate, as always, I get called up 20 minutes before a show. Can you come on? Someone's got to steady the ship. I would have loved Jake to be on it. I don't know if maybe Jake might be doing it himself. I haven't looked over. I haven't had a chance to look over while streaming this to see. Jake might be West Ham unofficial, might be running his own stream possibly for the watch along. I think he did last time. I would want 45 million. Yeah, same probably. I'd probably want the same sort of amount of money. Good shot or deflected. Is Fornals on? Yeah, he did start. Boney seems like he's better in it. But he doesn't have to cause problems. Yeah. He does cause a lot of problems. Jake's on holiday. There you go. So Jake, he's not around either. Is it just Coventry? I believe it is Coventry and take comment off. Oko Flex is the only two that are playing. And Oko Flex wasn't expected to start, as you see on that picture there. That picture there I keep putting up is the picture West Ham tweeted out 10 minutes before the game. And apparently now Lanzini's on the bench instead. So I don't know. Again, there's been no news of anything yet. So I don't know if that's a knock or Moyes just might want to see him. Moyes might have thought, you know what? I know what Lanzini is. I know what Lanzini does. And I'd rather give Oko Flex a run out. He's a winger, James. He's a winger we signed from. He's the one we signed from Celtic. You leave poor Jakey alone. Oh, would you take Danny Ings at West Ham? Danny Ings maybe, but I think Danny Ings has set his own personal bar a lot higher than us. It sounds like. Andy Carroll didn't really get a good run at Newcastle again because of injuries. He spent a lot of time coming off the bench and started the occasional game. We really need to drag away from signing players that are constantly injured. Thank you. It's actually Johnson for Creswell. Creswell's not playing. I was thinking, I was a bit confused. I was like, I'm sure I haven't seen Creswell. Danny does get injured all the time. He does, but he still plays a lot more games than Andy Carroll does. See? There we go. Poor Matt all on his own. Anton is around, but he's also on dad duty. So I'm sort of floating while Anton jumps in and out at the same time. Danny still scores goals though. But as I said, I think Danny's. We've got another injury here. Connor Coventry's down at the moment. That's all we need. Yeah, hopefully it's just picked up a knock. Shows that chance again from Bowen. Again, it's a good save from the goalkeeper. The thing is as well, I think we saw from the end of last season, Lanzini's going to, if he plays, will probably sit more deeper. In which case, I think it's a good run out for Coventry. People are saying that, a lot of the times recently, youth hasn't stepped up. They've played like League One, League Two, and then they've come up to our sort of level. They haven't made the jump. So it's time for someone to really look at trying to do it. Coventry might be it. And it's better off having a look at what Coventry can do rather than Lanzini. We know what Lanzini can do. I actually thought more kids would have got run out. I thought if there's, especially if there's supposed to be some players, maybe like Ekwa, who are supposed to be getting close to first team. Like, Moisey, is he not happy about something? He's going straight. He's going to have a sit. Maybe just going to sit down again. Bowen looks different. I think he's had an haircut. I think he's like, is he trimmed? I think he might have looks like he might have trimmed up a bit as well. He definitely looks maybe leaner. Oh, brilliant header. I think that was an own goal, but Turner doesn't look happy. Need to see a replay. At first I thought it come off Antonio. I thought it was a brilliant header, but it got flicked on and then knocked in. That's unlucky. Flick on at the near post and then, the defender's only a couple of yards out. Good whipped in ball from Bowen, though. Problems at the near post. Bowen's neck is wider than his head these days. Maybe he's been in the gym all summer. Maybe that's what he's been doing. I think Bowen's going to have a good season. I would really... Charlie, I wouldn't worry about it. We don't typically... Ooh, that's a chance. We don't typically score a lot of goals, especially in pre-season. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I don't think they go for that. I honestly, especially now we're in front, it wouldn't surprise me if Moyes made a lot of changes at half-time. Because he's got a few kids on the bench he probably wants to see some more of. Gary, I don't know. I don't think he will bring him on. I think he'll just come back. I don't think he'll get any time yet. Bowen's sporting his Liverpool-proof deck. You know what? That is an interesting point. He does bring him off a lot. I don't know why. Like he's almost like a banker to not complete 90 minutes. I don't know which fantasy one it is that you get subbed off and you lose points. But yeah, he's not one that finishes. It's nice in East London. It's hot. Even the rats are sunbathing. Cooked rat. No thanks. I'm not sure about that. I'm not in charge of the picture quality. Anton is. Anton's got that streaming off his laptop, I think. So it is what it is. It is slightly behind because I've got it open on my phone as well. Always has been to the Southgate school substitutions. I think the same. I think Moyes will bring on younger players. You know, I thought he would have started more to begin with, because I know we need the fitness, and we do, but we also need to see. We're going to need to test a lot more youth this season, because at the moment we're not buying anyone. It looks like, you know, there's nothing concrete. It's just interest and paying close attention, and so we're going to need to get more youth, more out of the youth. Ready, come forward. It's a good shot. Who scored? Yeah, it was an own goal. I'm not entirely sure, I'll be perfectly honest. I think Ben Johnson got the flick on at the near post, and it just hit a defender in the middle and just sort of ricocheted in. Yeah, I think Moyes started to believe more in the squad, but I think he still has like his favourites. Oh, Randolph, that was a great clearance. I think he just has. He has certain people he likes and certain people he relies on, but I think because we had so many options going forward at the end of the season, he knew he wanted to make attacking subs, and because the players he wanted to leave on, there was only certain players he would take off. So invariably, it became Bowen. You know, he was never going to take Antonio off. He was never going to take off Lingard. That left him really whoever's playing number 10 and the other winger. And invariably, it was Bowen, because Bowen always started. Fornals was normally in the number 10. He wasn't going to take him off. Stell scored. Yeah, Stell did. Anyone joined us late, I think we streamed for about 10-15 minutes, and Stell came on for about 5 minutes, trying to stream live from Madeira in Portugal. Stell left, and he switched the stream off. He had to restart again. I don't think he'll bring on Benrahma at half time. I think he's been back about a week. I don't think he'll actually maybe even start him at all. I'd be surprised if Benrahma plays more than about 15 minutes. Oh, it's West Brom released. I'm trying Reading. Interesting, West Brom released him. I thought be a good signing for you. I mean, he's in at that level. He's a solid, reliable player. Yeah, I don't know how that's been credited. Maybe it was Diop that got the flick on in the near post, but I don't know how it's been credited to Diop, because whoever won the first flick definitely didn't get it on target. That was like a flick on at the near post. Yeah, I must admit I prefer it when we wear the white shorts, but you're right with what they're. I think rules say they can't be the same. So, like, if we couldn't wear white socks if they wear white socks. Oh, Randolph again. That's not a great clearance. Preston pre-season. There was a kid that played in the 2 friendlies the other week. Forson. He looked really, really good, actually. Outside of that, as strange as it is and as stupid as it sounds, the most reliable person in pre-season has been Noble. But, you know, that's just him using his smarts, which, you know, you never lose that sort of thing. Yes, it is that, and that is exactly the same reason every team does it, because it's more money. That is a very handy, reliable stream of revenue. It just is what it is, you know. It's never going to change. It's always going to be the same. They're never going to not release new shirts. You know, I'm waiting for the day when it's you get a new shirt every friggin' 6 months. Oh, you know, they'll start bringing in like a full-time winter break, and then you'll get a new shirt for the second half of the season or something. He's not done too bad. He's not. But it's not been great. Yeah, mate. I don't know like what he did. I want to say I don't know what he did, but I do know what he did because we have an entirely different screen to you. But there's very clearly at the top of the screen like a big, like the metaphorical big red button that clearly says the words "end broadcast," and it's next to the button to close like your Chrome extension or Safari extension, whatever you've got open. And he's just closed it. He instead of closing it, he finished the broadcast. Charge of transfers. He only tells the owners who he preferred something. No, it's as I said. When I went, I'm always trusting. I mean, he's going to have to trust the kids because we're not going to get that many signings in. Like at the moment, if we bring in a goalkeeper, like a centre mid and a striker, I'd be surprised. Rice won't be back. Rice won't be back yet. Same as that Yarmolenko, Suchek and Sufal won't be back yet. They've staggered returns based on how much they played in the summer. I think even under like UEFA or FIFA rules, they have to have a certain amount of actual off time. Might be 3 or 4 weeks. So they won't be back for a while. They won't be back for about another week or two, I don't think. No, some managers get more say than others, but no, you're right. I mean, that's why most clubs employ a director of football, or a CEO or a head of recruitment. Most managers will, like you said, they will have a list. They'll have it in order. That's the guy I was talking about. Yeah, Appiah Forson. He looks really good. Apparently, Ant was saying to me earlier that there is a rumour that they may be getting rid of the white box. I don't know if they've taken that. I've got the home shirt. I'm waiting for it to be delivered. I mean, it's the first time I've ever actually bought a home shirt outright. I actually really like the home shirt, and I bought it early so I could get it without the massive Betway logo on it. But Ant was saying apparently they may be getting rid of the white box around the Betway on the away shirt, which may then make it look nice. I just think at the moment that big white box is not needed and ruins it. He should, but I'll be honest, I've not been impressed with him. He could be another one of them players that, I don't know, he doesn't seem to have a very good first touch. I've seen his goal scoring. His goal scoring looks great, but I don't think he always rates him. I think he'd be one that they'll try and send out to a championship team this season and then give him a run next season. Randolph's shown us why we need a new keeper. To be honest, his kicking's probably equal on par with Fabianski. Neither of them are great kickers. But I think, look, if there's, as silly as it is, one deal they do need to get done is, if they can get it done, is a deal for Areola. I think Randolph's 34 this season. Fabianski's 37. So you need a younger first team ready goalkeeper to come in. And it would be a sensible signing. What's your prediction season for West Ham this season? I said you finished 6th. You know what? Anton asked me this last week, and I said 10th. I think the Europa League aspect could really let us struggle. If you look back over the last 4 or 5 years, every team that's not one of the quote-unquote big 6 that doesn't have a big squad, when they've hit Europa League, they've struggled. I think even if you look at Wolves this year, I think they went to quarterfinals, but they finished 12th, somewhere down there. I think Arsenal will probably have a lot better season this year because they've got no Europe. But I think it could be a hindrance, unless we go deep. Because we're going to play realistically, a minimum of 8 games. I think you normally play 6 games in the group stage. Top 2 go through. If you finish 3rd, you drop down into Europa Conference. So realistically, you're going to play at least 8 games. And that could, with a 20-man squad that we're going to have at the moment, with Anderson and Yarmolenko probably gone. Well, Anderson is gone. Yarmolenko's probably gone. We're going to be struggling. Antonio looks gassed. Well, he's the only centre forward. He's been pretty much the only centre forward for the last 2 years. It's, when he's the only one doing the running, there's no one else. We don't. That's why they need to go and get a centre forward, because they need someone to share the workload with him. They basically miss pre-season. Yeah, they have to, a lot of players will. People like anyone in the England squad or French squad will. They'll come back to their teams a month later and be like a month behind on pre-season. Diop looks disinterested. It's not been a great game. Ready to play well, and I said we never seem to play well in pre-season. I worry for a time when we do, because the last time I think we won every game in pre-season was under Avram Grant and we got relegated. There you go, yeah. 3-week break. Yeah, he's a strong side. Of course, he looks knackered. Yeah, he's again though. He's a kid. They've taken a gamble on, brought him down from Celtic. I think he was at Arsenal before this. I think Moyes has a say. Like, I think he probably identifies the positions he wants, and he'll give Sullivan a list. But it will say, this is first choice, this is second choice, this is third choice, this is fourth choice, go and get it. And then Sullivan will try and negotiate with each club for each player, and he might go down and be like, oh, sorry, I got your sixth choice. But Moyes has put that on the list. Moyes will get one of the players he wants, but it may not be the player he wanted. Lingard might be first choice, Pereira might be second choice, frigging Ross Barkley might be sixth choice, and he goes around and goes, there's my Ross Barkley. I've got you one of the players you wanted. Yeah, you can. What I mean is I normally wait until the end of the season when they go on the sale for 20, 30 quid. And by that point, they start running out fast, and then you're like, oh, you end up missing out on it. The problem is, and this is something I've depressingly accepted, is that they don't have the money. They don't have the money to be a Premier League owner. They don't. They had what needed to be a Premier League owner 15 years ago, 10 years ago. Now they don't. Being a billionaire flat out is not enough, unless you've got $1 billion in or £1 billion in expendable money that they're just floating around. Sullivan might be a billionaire, but most of it's in property, which you can't touch that money. That's why they recently do need to sell. But the problem is you make so much money from TV sales every year, they won't sell. Until someone gives them 5 times what the annual turnover is, they're not going to sell. I thought it was coming back for second half then. It's just the players coming out to do a bit of training. We do need... That is what I'm saying, the squad depth. We don't have the squad depth. That's why I said we could finish 10th. Because we don't have a big squad at all. We have a very small squad. You know what? I've seen the goals. I can't moan. It's weird because, again, we seem to make opposition teams look good. We've done this in all the pre-season games. We are missing some very key players, though. We're probably missing our starting midfield too. Ben Rama's not playing. Soufal's not playing. Whoever we're buying is not playing yet. Obviously, Lingard's a big miss as well. We need to spend 30 million to bring in someone of his calibre just to bring this team back up to where it finished. They are. So, I think Tottenham probably are the biggest team in it at the moment. But all the teams that finish third in the Europa League will drop down into it at, I think, the last 32 stage. Yeah, I've seen they're like 100 million spend they're on. And I'll be honest, they look lost. They look like sort of we were a couple of years back, They brought in this, I think he's a whole midfielder. Look, I can't pronounce his name. The guy they brought in from France, I think he's centre mid, about 18 mil. they're bringing in Ben White for 50 mil, and I'm sorry, Ben White's not worth 50 mil. You get people on TalkSport, pundits, other opposition fans saying, why is Declan Rice worth 100 mil? If Ben White, who literally didn't start a single game at the Euros, is worth 50 mil, then Declan Rice is worth 100 mil. You know what? The strange thing is, I wanted Ramsdale last season, and I thought about it during this season when they got relegated. But it's a difficult one because he can only play as well as the defenders in front of him. But he did make mistakes, and I don't think he's. If it's 15 million for Areola, it's a lot better value for money than paying 30 million for Aaron Ramsdale. The other checks that with them get COVID, I heard somewhere. I hope not. I did read that Newcastle have got a COVID outbreak. They're struggling for goalkeepers right now. So they played a friendly the other day and played a kid. They didn't have a choice. Good free agents. Oh, top of my head now. There have been some. If I can get a list up now, I'd pick a couple out. Off the top of my head, I can't. Ones we were linked with was like Lundstrom, and I think he went to Rangers. Premier League, there's not many. You know what? I'd give him Townsend a shout. He's just gone to Everton. I think he's a solid, reliable professional, and would have been brilliant for like a Europa League run where we need extra players. Coventry looks like he's ready. He needs to be. We need extra legs in that midfield. You know, we can't just rely on Noble as a third choice. I believe we'll get stuff done, but I think, as always, West Ham fans, I think we'll be waiting until last week of the window, second to last week of the window. As always, more Sullivan and Gold wait until the end. They are, but then again, they might be signing Abraham. It's it's you know what? It's you could probably for a quote unquote big team, especially the depth some of them do have, they could probably put out their under 23s. In all seriousness, it is, especially to the last 32 stage. I could see why people wouldn't want it though. Like I said, for us, Europa League already is going to be a difficult one to bring on. You know, with the size of the squad we've got, it's not going to be the easiest thing to do. Yeah. Has he signed a new contract with the intention of not having to sign any decent players? The problem is, and I've read this the other day, and they were saying about, there we go, there is definitely some changes there. I think I've seen Lanzini already. Number 37 is Holland, so Nathan Holland's on. Lanzini's on. It'd be interesting if they can actually put up who the sub were. It might come up on Twitter in a minute. It might ping on my phone. I can tell you who they come on for. Ben Rama's on as well. So he has made a few changes at half time. Which I did think. I didn't think. No names on the back of the shirts. It just makes it easier during pre-season. Who is off? I'm trying to find out. I'm waiting for it to come up. I did read somewhere. Didn't he go to Benfica or no? He went to somewhere in Italy, didn't he? Like Genoa or something. I think I read. There we go. Foes reliable as always. Benrahma, Lanzini, and Holland are on. Creswell's on as well. No idea who's come off though. Reading. I hope you finish higher. I'm not sure where you finished last season. I'll be honest, my championship blown out the window now. The Euros has like messed up my brain. Try and look it up now. One thing I always say, you should always look to improve. I thought you did quite well last year. Yeah, you finished 7th, so I thought you done well because I remember betting on you guys a lot for my hackers. You were reliable coming in with wins. If you just missed out on the playoffs last year, you should at least be looking playoffs this year. You've got the 3 teams coming back down, who will automatically throw money to go back up. But if you finish just outside the playoffs, you should be looking to really be solidly in. I'd say the top 5, definitely top 6. It is a difficult league. It's probably harder in some ways than the Premier League. But you get the right balance of youth and experience, like you've brought, giving Kyle Edwards a trial out. You should be aiming. You should always aim higher. And you said if you've got 7th this year, just missed out on it. I don't think there's going to be many big transfers in the Championship this season, if there's any at all. I think the Championship may look at loans, if not less, like, freebies. Changes at half time are as follows. Benrahma, Holland, Creswell, Ogbonna, and Lanzini are on. Antonio, Okoflex, Fredericks, Dawson, and Fornals are off. The score is 1-0. It was an own goal. So I'm assuming from that, Johnson has moved over to right back. Creswell's gone left back. Ogbonna's now playing alongside Diop. Lanzini's playing number 10. Holland's going out on the left wing. And Benrahma's playing up front. Unless they move Bowen up front. That's risky. Got away with it. Got away with it well in the end. One win away from the Champions League with the way the squad we have this season. Needs to back more. The thing is, I don't think they will. And I think they will forever use that as an excuse now. They told us how to manage a team, and you don't always want the attacking players and the attack fair. That's what they've always drilled in. That's why they gave us Big Sam. That's why they gave Bilic certain players. They give them a bit of freedom, but not entirely. And then they basically gave a blank checkbook to Pellegrini and said, "Off you go, spend what you want." And there's been some good signings, but you think the losses you've really hit on, like Anderson, Haller, Yarmolenko, even like Jack Wilshere, I don't think anyone's going to get that sort of money again. But I think David Moyes is comfortable with that. I think as long as he gets the choice of players, I don't think he's going to worry about the money as much. I think he'll quite be happy to work within a budget as long as he gets that budget. If they say to him 80 million in the summer, if they say to him now, you can have 80 million to spend on your players, he'd take it. As long as they don't go next week and go, actually, sorry, now it's 50. Thought Lingard was nailed on. Do a double deal with West Brom, show Man United we're not to be messed with. You know what? The Lingard, I'm going back up. The Lingard situation is weird, difficult, awkward. because it's really in the hands of Man United right now. But supposedly, they said it was supposed to be this week. Basically, he was deciding what he was doing, and Man United said you've got to decide. But Solskjaer's told him he's going to get a chance. So I can't blame him for wanting to stay if they're going to give him the playing time, because he's come from Man United's academy. That is his team. But I don't think he's going to get it. I don't think he's going to get the playing time, especially with Sancho coming in as well. It would not surprise me if we get near to deadline day and he's just sat on the bench. And Man United not been given much chance. Also, good ball over the top. Oh, it's just too far. But you're right. I would personally, I'd go to Man United tomorrow, give them the money we're offering, which is about 20, 25 million. Offer it to them tomorrow and say, just give us a straight answer, yes or no. If they say no, move on. Go after Pereira at West Brom. He's not worth hanging your entire transfer window on, because don't forget, apparently this was Moyes' first thing to do. He wanted that done before he done anything else. Moyes in shorts, that will give me nightmares. He's back. How you doing?
Not bad, mate. What have I missed?
Not much.
Who scored?
Scrappy own goal. I believe from the Reading fans we got in that it may have been Kyle Edwards. They've got Kyle Edwards was released by West Brom this summer, and they've got him on trial.
Right, okay. I seen there was two trialists starting, yeah.
Some people have been listing it as a Diop
own goal.
Diop goal. But
Diop goal, sorry.
Yeah, but he sort of he had a flick on it in the post. The team was entirely wrong, by the way. What they put up.
Yeah, I was going to say, because, just out of interest, there's been subs made, I take it.
I've seen the subs at half time, yeah. Oh, deflected.
Oh, Lanzini goal.
That's a scrappy goal. Yeah, so Lanzini didn't start the game. Creswell didn't start the game. They were both listed. Johnson started at left back, and Oko Flex started on the wing. However, at half time, Antonio, Oko Flex, Frederick, Dawson, and Fornals have all come off and been replaced by Benrahma, Holland, Creswell, Ogbonna, and Lanzini. So Creswell and Lanzini were both down to start, didn't start, and then they've come back in.
Right, okay.
Coventry's played quite well, but
mate, I heard you at the start. I never had a chance to jump on. I heard you at the start saying he needs to step up. I don't know if you were meaning he needs to step up this season. However, in training and in the preseason games, if you take preseason for what it is, then
he's done quite well.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah,
I think
what
he
I
has
meant
done
was
well.
that how many times this season alone have we seen it where, not just this, sorry, how many times have we seen it in the last how many years we've been doing this? We go back to frigging Tony Martinez.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've got players like, he's going to be the next big thing. He's going to step up. Josh Cullen. He's doing quite well now at Anderlecht in Belgium, but he's had to go off there. There was who's the centre back? Who's the centre back? Went to Hull. Is he still at Hull?
Rhys Burke.
Rhys Burke. Even Rhys Oxford.
No, he's moved. I think he's actually gone to Luton.
That was it. Even Rhys Oxford. This point I was making is how many kids over the last 5 years have we gone, they're going to be the one that makes the step up. They're going to be the one. And not being funny, I think Declan Rice made the step up, and before then it was pretty much Noble and Tompkins. So when I say he needs to make the step up, I didn't mean as a generic short-term thing. I mean,
it's good play from Benrahma, shoots from distance over the bar.
I meant we actually need some youth players that actually. It was deflected. Even Holland, I haven't seen all of the pre-season this summer, but I've heard mixed things about Holland.
Well,
Apparently
I've seen
come back and bulked up. but I've been hearing if and buts and.
Yeah, I want every single West Ham player to perform at the highest level. But if you're looking at players that have stepped up in pre-season, I don't think Holland has. Is Holland on, did you say?
Yeah, come on at half time. For
Oko
Flex.
He's
banned. He's not allowed on.
I can't make the picture quality. I can't make the picture quality better. However, for the new season, I am planning on hardwiring in my laptop to the internet, which means that we will have a strong internet connection. However, in preparation for that, I just need to be able to spend some time doing it and getting it.
Which you ain't got time right now.
Yeah, just don't have the time just now. Just in a bit of isolation, mate. Isolation world. So with Holland, I mean, I've never wanted actually a youth player to. I've never wanted a youth player to be good so much, probably, than I did with Nathan Holland. But I just can't. I mean, I was up at the training. He looked like he went missing. He looked like he was like a young boy in a man's team, where other younger players stood up. Coventry stood out. Meepo didn't stand out. However, he is 18.
See,
so he's got a lot of time ahead of himself.
And I said, for me, they should be looking at that, sending him on loan to like a championship club this year.
Yeah. Yes, the disabled team, we did. However, one of us have tested positive. So we're having to isolate, mate, which isn't great. But hopefully we'll get through it. Okay, touch wood. It's not ideal, so it is a bit laggy, but it's just the nature of what we're going to do. So Meepo, he looked a bit out of his own depth. Sandy Silva looked out of his depth, and Nathan Holland looked out of his depth.
I'll be honest, he's one that I've actually looked at and thought, he's not going to do it.
Who's that?
Like that Sandy Silva. From what I've seen of him, I was like, no.
Yep.
I'm still not sure about Meepo, but
he's 18, mate. He's got.
But I was about to say at 18.
Yeah.
Because Xander Silva's not even under 20. Is he 24 now? He's not even under 23s anymore.
I think that's the thing, though. Like, being that age, I think the thing is, some players just need a move. I think they just need a move, and I think these two, Holland and Silva, need a move. And it genuinely pains me, mate, because, like, I think Holland's the kind of what is he the version of? I'm trying to think of another younger player we've had over the years.
Like an old-fashioned winger, isn't he?
Yeah, but in terms of a comparison of how I've really wanted a player to do so well from our youth system, we've heard about him for a good solid few years now, mate.
I was thinking about Stanislas.
Yeah, possibly, but Stanislas has gone on to have a really good career, mate.
But he had to go somewhere else to do it.
He had to go somewhere else to do it, but I don't know, mate. I think hold on, good play. It's a good goal. Well done, West Ham.
Good tapping.
Connor Coventry as well. That's his second goal of pre-season.
That was Johnson with the assist. Holland actually played the overlap to Johnson.
Here. Holland.
Yeah, look, Holland plays it in the overlap.
I'm not slagging him off, but as I've done that, he's played well. So yeah, good goal. Jared Bowen finds Nathan Holland, plays a nice tidy ball.
He's the one I think is going to get all the pressure though.
Who?
Like, I think even though like Johnson has come up and been part of the team now, I think this year there's going to be a lot of pressure on Coventry.
Mate, I'm going to tell you right now. I think he's capable. I do. I mean, the other thing about him as well is, it's going to sound really random, right? Really weird, but he's not. He looks really young, mate. But have you seen the size of his thighs? I know it's really random, but he's got big legs, mate. Big, muscly, mate, like senior legs, I would call them. No, I know it sounds really weird, but sometimes you see players that make the step up and they're a little bit pathetic sometimes. I think he's got the potential this year, and he's featuring a lot. And I know we've got players coming back. And the thing is, we need to remember. I wonder if Moyes saw enough in Coventry to not maybe sign another central. Yeah, maybe he saw. I mean, listen, we see the preseason games. I've saw one training session. And then what I have saw, I've been impressed. What I've saw, I've been impressed. But look at him now. I mean, he's a solid lad. Like he's a.
Well, maybe he can be one to take up Noble's positions. We need someone. We do need someone to, look. As I've said, Noble's probably been for me the best player in pre-season, but that is just literally because he's got the experience. This is his 18th pre-season?
Yeah.
So he's like, he knows, they always say, form's temporary, class is permanent. And he's always been a technically good player. And when he's playing like teams are lower a division down, he's going to have the time and space to do what he can do.
Oh God, here he comes again.
I just got to hope. What I hope is that he's got this last season left that he can put his arm around Coventry and really give him.
What is he doing? Look, there he comes again. Look, don't cancel.
Oh,
Listen,
God.
Stel,
if
you can hear me, you don't need to press buttons. See if you just turn your computer off. See if you just turn your mobile phone off. You go away, or I'll remove you from the stream. Don't touch anything, mate. Anyway, West Ham are through.
If you just close. What have you got? An iPhone or an Android?
No, but he touches. He thinks he's closing the page.
Yeah, all he needs to do is close Safari.
Yeah, but he doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand that, Matt. He doesn't understand that. You're speaking gobbledygook to Stel.
I don't know what you're talking about, lads.
Exactly. He doesn't. He has no idea what he's talking about.
It was right. Is I didn't know you'd close the stream. I removed you from the video, and I could see you looking at your phone, and I was still talking. Right, I was still talking to the chat, and then he come on and went, the video's like he closed the video. I was like, what? He's like, you're just chatting to yourself.
I think you must, Matt. I think you must have pressed something by mistake, mate, because I didn't do a thing.
Oh yeah. Two buttons are nowhere near each other.
Anyway, I just saw the second goal. I just saw the second goal. Nathan Holland looks all right, and Connor Coventry's snatched another goal.
Still, are you on an all expenses? What do you call it? All inclusive holiday?
No, mate. No.
Right. How much rum have you had?
Quite a bit.
That's the question.
You look like it.
Do you know what they do? What they do over here is they pour a double, and then they pour that into the glass, and then they go, "Oh, I'll just top that up for you," and there's no room for any Coke.
So he's on the straight rum.
Is that David Martin coming?
And do you know how much a treble costs?
A treble. Listen to him. Meeple's coming on from Art Noble.
Literally about £3.
Mate,
that's dangerous territory still.
So basically, a shot is a pound.
So listen, for everyone that's watching, Stel has flown all the way to Portugal for the weather, and now the weather in Scotland is even warmer than Portugal, so he'd be as well flying up to the beach where I live.
Who wants to go to Scotland and anywhere near you?
We're pushing for the record tomorrow. The UK record, mate. The UK record tomorrow. Still, stop touching buttons. Stop touching buttons.
Stop touching them. Don't touch anything.
What's happening with the stream anyway?
Oh, we're just dropping it in and out every now and then.
Yeah. So we've had a couple more changes in that break.
Alves is on.
Randolph, Diop, and Noble were off. Meepo, Alves, and Martin are on.
Still, look at his finger. Stop touching the screen, mate.
Stop touching things.
I can see. This is what Stel's doing. Look, he's in Portugal and he's like, "Oh, I can't see where the screen is. Stop touching it, please."
I promise I won't touch. I promise I won't touch anything. Promise.
I bet you he'll end it again. I bet you.
Yeah, he's going to end it. You know, for what, when he leaves the stream, he's going to end it. The stream will be dead.
Father Snowman.
Can you just focus on the game? Who's doing well and who's not? And what?
Hold on a second. Let me just answer this one. Today it was announced from Celtic Football Club that 18,500 fans will be going into the stadium. It doesn't look like that's going to any of the away allocations, so it will be for season ticket holders for Celtic. Now, the coincidental thing is, I think I may have got a ticket at that point. However, I'm in isolation, so I can't go. Yeah, there you go. So it looks like it's going to be 18,000 home fans. Right, over to you, Matt. Stills asked you a question. Who's impressed?
Who's
Coventry's done well. Coventry's done quite well.
Yeah.
Johnson's been reliable. Played on both sides. West Ham put the team sheet out 10 minutes before the game. And Lanzini and Creswell both apparently started. They weren't both on the bench. Johnson started at left back. And that Oko Fleck started. Johnson played well. I thought Johnson looked tidy.
Johnson's assisted both goals, hasn't he?
Yeah. Coventry's looked really good, to be fair.
And
see the drill that
what about
see the assist that Johnson has been doing for this game, which is getting down the wing and whipping the ball in. It's exactly, literally, for about a solid hour of the training at St Andrews is what they were doing.
Doesn't do. And it's exactly what Masuaku doesn't do. So,
well, listen, we're taking a break just now.
What's all this nonsense about Bowen going to Liverpool? Who dreamt that one?
They're semi-reliable. The Athletic. They've put out this. The Athletic, the subscription sports journalism thing. They're semi-reliable. They put a thing out today saying that Klopp is he likes Bowen, and he's going to keep an eye on him, and he's interested in him. So all of a sudden, everyone's going to Bowen's leaving.
But listen, look at the Liverpool setup, look at the Liverpool team, and look at the type of players they look for, and look at the style of play that Bowen is. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer that they would want potentially to look at him. However, we all know that it would. Listen, it's not going to happen, and if it was to happen, it would be an over-the-odd price tag.
Yeah. What I would say
Liverpool,
is that
Liverpool ain't going to pay it, and West Ham don't want to sell him.
No.
So, and plus he is
Also,
he's looking different in pre-season.
Yeah.
The thing I would say is he's English, so the price gets inflated. Yeah, like another 10, 15 mil on top.
Yeah.
And they've already got
we're going to get
Salah and Mane. Who's the one they
I'm sure there'll be stories about Souček in the next few weeks. I have no doubt whatsoever.
It is a case of the club might like him, but I can't see Liverpool, because the thing is Liverpool do occasionally go big, right? And they do occasionally go big, like they do with Alisson and Van Dijk. Generally speaking, the 30 to 40 million pound mark is where they're going to go, and I can't see him spending 45 million on Bowen to sit on the bench every week. Because he's not going to start in front of Salah or Mane. Jota's the first choice backup, pushing for the starting position.
Yeah, exactly. Bowen won't go.
Then they've got Shaqiri and Origi. So Bowen might be competing alongside them, which makes him fifth choice.
Listen, what I will say is you can never say
never say never.
They'll want to do a swap deal with Shaqiri and Bowen.
You can never, ever, ever say never, because if Liverpool were to offer silly money,
he'd be gone.
If Liverpool were to offer silly money, he'd be gone.
But if they turn around tomorrow and offer 45 million,
we need players.
He'd be gone.
We don't need to sell players.
No, I know that, but
30 million.
You know what? Anyway,
lads, I want to watch the rest of the game.
Right, Stell, I'll get rid of you. I'll get rid of you. Okay? Don't do anything. Don't do anything, mate. Don't touch the screen.
Go on,
I'll get rid of you.
You do that.
I'm looking at the top right now to see if the stream stops. I'm like, oh.
I can't kick him out.
I'm nervous.
God, I think
over Shaqiri would be, but I'm putting him like that's where he'd be, because he's not going to start in front of Mane, Salah, or Jota.
Here we go again. Bowen to Chip. Chip's too far.
Anything could happen. If they offered 30 million in Origi, I reckon Moyes would look at it. They want Bowen as a replacement for Shaqiri, who's going. Okay, I don't think they spend the money though.
No, I agree.
I don't think, because don't forget, West Ham paid 24 million for him. So anything less than 35, which they've been quoted 30 for Pereira playing in the Championship. So 35, 40, 45 million. You're looking at 40 million to get him out of the team with a guy that's got 4 years left on his contract. He's not on crap money either. I think he's on more money than Rice is.
Yeah.
He got that. Is it a clause he hit last season that automatically upped his wages? Something like that.
Mm.
He's now on about 90 grand a week. I think he's got 3 years and the option of another 1 or 2. Like, he's not going to go anywhere unless they offer big money for him.
Frederick Alves on the ball, driving forward, pings through to Benrahma, looking a bit sharp, finds Lanzini, out wide to Creswell, pings the ball in, goes for a a West Ham corner.
Epic said, sell Bowen for 50, buy Traore for 30 and Pereira for 20. I think they want that 30 for Pereira, so I don't think you'll get Pereira for 20.
I wouldn't take Traore over Bowen though, either.
No, I think
he's not going
Pereira.
anyway. He's not going, and I may even do what day is today. If I get time tomorrow during the day, I may even do a daily on the Bowen story. But I mean, he's missed that. Frederick Alves.
Yeah.
He's not. Bowen ain't going though.
No, he's one of Moyes' key men.
I think it's really. I do think there's an element of. I mean, how many players have West Ham been linked to? How many of our players have been linked to the club? I mean,
the same way that I said about earlier in the group chat about the takeover talk.
Yeah.
That happened in February. Why is it coming out now? Because it's transfer season. It distracts you.
Yeah. I think there's an element of. I mean, Stell's right. You could next week we'll get a story about Souček. I tell you what, let's timestamp that. It's nearly 8:30 on Wednesday, the 21st of July. And I'm telling you now, within 2 weeks, there'll be a story on Souček leaving the club. Creswell.
Well, I've already seen 2 more stories today about Declan Rice going.
Yeah.
I've seen one from, is it Matt Laws? Who writes for God knows what journalism. But he's a Chelsea fan, and he's like, Declan Rice has turned down the 3rd contract.
Declan Rice is on holiday.
This is what he wrote. He's like, he's turned down the 3rd contract, and he's told West Ham if they get bids of 60 million, he wants to know.
Yeah, but that's an old story. And I don't think that part's true, but I do think he's probably not back contracts, but it's not a bad thing that a player knocks back contracts.
Someone else has said, Chelsea tonight have offered 60 million. Moyes said last week he wants 100 million. Like,
James, you're watching. I know you went and met up with Jake. How was it? I seen a little bit of the video that Jake put up, or I seen all of it actually, not a little bit, all of it. Let us know how it was, mate. Was it good? And also, James is asking the questions: how many under 23 players can you see going into the first team squad this season? I mean, I think I'm going to bore you again.
Not counting Johnson.
Not counting Johnson, no,
because Johnson's part of it.
Into the squad.
Currently, I could see Meepo floating around.
I can't. I think he's going to go on loan.
As it is right now, if we buy no one.
Yeah, but we will buy someone, right? So base it upon the fact that
he won't be there.
Yeah, I think we're not going the season with just Antonio, mate. We're not, right? So let's base it on the fact we signed 3 players, right? Let's just base it on that.
Connor Coventry, I think.
I agree.
Maybe at some point in the season, is it Ekwa? Because he's actually pretty decent.
I think I agree as well.
I think, with all the cup competitions, I think maybe Longjello, who's not even there today, I think he might do.
I don't agree.
I think he's just signed that new contract. I think because we don't forget, I'm based on the fact we've got 4 competitions to play in.
Yeah.
So I could quite easily see him getting 3 or 4 games in the Carabao Cup.
I don't think he'll be there, but that's me.
I'd like to see Forson, but
I would love to see him, but I don't think he will.
no. I think it literally could just be Ekra on commentary. I think Holland will be gone.
Yep, I agree.
I think this is literally do or die time. I think the fact that Silva's not already involved means that he's pretty much out the door.
Yep.
Don't they, Silva? I think Meepo needs a loan.
Yep.
I think Oko Flex will be in the under 23s. I think he'll walk in and take Holland's spot.
Yep.
I think Ashby and D'Angelo. I think they could get like.
You're missing two players though, of which one's about to come on. Baptiste.
I was about to say I can see one of them, Baptiste or Alessi, one of them going out on loan and one of them staying in.
So the interesting thing about these two players is they're both centre halves. One's a right-sided player, centre half, and the other one's a left-sided player, centre half. But in training and in the training game and in the games that he has played, Alessi's been taking the number 2 shirt,
which is Winston Reid's number.
He's been using the number 2 shirt, and he's been playing in a left back position. He's a left-sided centre half. But from all the games that I've saw and in the training games, he was playing left back.
So you reckon he might get in front of a Langelo?
Yeah, he's ready. He is ready to at least
the other one I was
play
going
the
to say
domestic
that
cup.
I think will be gone is Alves.
Gone out away from the club.
Gone. Yeah.
Do you think they'll sell him?
What I've read.
I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with Alves, if I'm being honest.
I'm talking like it's an undisclosed fee. It's probably like like they did with Cullen. It was like frigging $500,000.
Yeah, but he's not even been here long. Frederick Alves has not been here long.
I've got it in my head that he was a Pellegrini signing.
Oh, was he? Was he? When did he join? I don't know. Let me find out.
It might be the Moyes one, but just from what I've seen of him, he does not look up to standard at all.
I agree with you on that, though. Frederick Alves joined West Ham in November 20.
So it was a Moyes one.
Yep.
He's not like impressed me in the slightest. From the bits I've seen in pre-season, he doesn't even look composed. He makes like a lot of mistakes, which as a centre back you can't afford to be doing. Oh, he came on for Bowen.
Let me just see here. November 2020.
Yeah, so that would be Moyes.
Oh, on December, West Ham announced the signing. So in theory, it was only January 21.
Yeah.
So January of this year.
I think I was thinking, I must have been confusing with another player.
Yeah, no, I don't think Frederick Alves will go, but I've not been massively impressed, but I think he'll be there.
The only one I could 100% say with all certainty I think will be involved in the first team at the moment is Coventry. I don't think any of the other kids have, shown enough at all. I think Holland will be gone. I think Silva will be gone.
Good play there. Is that Johnson? What a goal.
Ooh.
Was that Ben Johnson?
Was that Ben Johnson?
What is he doing? What is
Ben
he
Johnson just went
doing?
prime Lionel Messi.
Literally just took on half the team, whipped the ball in with his left foot.
Prime Lionel Messi there.
Look at that. Look. 1, 2, skip by 3, ping, keeper, 4.
Yeah.
3-0. Let me see what Scott's saying. Scott R. Can I say Johnson has looked good?
Did say that. I did say that when Still asked. I said it was him and Coventry and Noble.
Good goal from Ben Johnson. He's played well. Who's Baptiste come on for again? Lanzini? Bowen, sorry.
Bowen.
So I wonder if Baptiste is going to go into the central defensive midfield role. Let me have a look here. Because he played there. Where is he? Let's find him.
I can see Coventry.
Commentary's in there.
I can see Johnson.
It's Johnson. He might go into.
Is that
I think
behind
he's right
Johnson?
back. He's right back. Yeah.
I think Johnson's pushed further up to like right mid.
Oh, so Johnson's just gone into Bowen's position, and then Baptiste has gone into right back. See, this is the thing about Baptiste and Alessi is that they're flexible like that. One can cover right back and centre half. Alessi can cover left back and centre half. There you go. People are saying our new
striker
project striker Ben Johnson.
I just, you know what, it worries me. Like, it doesn't worry me because I think we've all signed players, but it's Sullivan, so I don't think we're going to get like any signings to like the last 2 weeks of the window.
I've asked this, I don't know how many times on these streams. What's your deadline for before you start really panicking? Panicking. The last week.
Yeah.
The last week of the transfer, the last week before the season.
Oh no, last week is the transfer window.
Well, last week of the transfer window is. But
I don't think we're going to sign anyone before the season starts.
But Matt, the last week of the transfer window is 2 games into the Premier League season.
Yep. Oh, I'm fully aware of that.
So, I tell you this though, right?
I'm being realistic.
Yeah, but think about this, mate. Fabianski, Ogbonna, Dawson, Creswell, Sufal, Souček, Rice, Bowen, Fornals, Antonio, Benrahma. That starts against Newcastle. It's not a bad team, mate. I know we've not got strength and depth. It's not a bad team.
The only problem is I don't think that team will start.
Why? Because of the Rice coming back.
Well, yeah, and
good ball in from Baptiste.
They're only going to be Souček and Sufal and will only be a week behind him, or a week before him. I don't think they're going to be ready. They have to have, we were talking about this in the stream earlier, they have to have legally 3 weeks annual leave.
Listen to this though, Matt. This is probably the first time in our lives as West Ham fans that we've saw a reasonably consistent West Ham squad since what? How many years? When did COVID strike? March 2020. So that was halfway-ish through, or 3/4 of the way through the 1920 season. We've just had the 2021 season, and we had that season before that. So from the 1920 season, 2021 season, going into the 22 or 21-22 season, there's going to be 3 consecutive seasons without big changes.
Which is what they need to bring some players in. But
well, yes and no. Yes, we need to bring.
You don't want to rock the boat, but they do. The problem. It's not the problem.
But we've never had this consistency, mate. We've never had this consistency in the squad. Players know each other, but never had the balance. But players know each other inside out. Yeah, I'm not trying to justify why we're not signing players, but
I know that helps.
It's probably there's not erratic. You know, we're not selling 7 and bringing in 7 and changing the whole squad dynamics.
No, but like I said earlier, we sold a couple last season.
But if you think about
we left ourselves
all these players, mate. But all these players have been on holiday, i.e. pre-season, for 3 seasons in a row.
Together,
and most of them know each other together. And they've played a full season together. It's just something to think about.
I got asked earlier, where do I think the Reading fan that was in asked me earlier, where do I think we finish? And I said 10th.
Right, hold on a minute. Here we go. So we've got Ekwa coming on and we've got Forson coming on. So this is the first chance you're going to get to see Forson play if you haven't watched any of the games. I'll drop the stream out and bring it back on. So we'll get Ben Johnson's coming off for Ekwa and Forson at Coventry. Happy Hammerette, how are you feeling? Let us know how you're feeling, please, in the chat. It's good to see you.
This one quickly. Why aren't West Ham playing with names on their shirts?
Pre-season, they never do. Don't
think. They don't know the numbers yet officially.
Yeah, it's true.
I know they've announced that Fornals has taken the number 8, Antonio's number 9, and Benrahma's 22. But they don't officially announce the squad numbers for a while, do they?
No.
So
question. Sorry, here's Forson here. Just watch the amount of ground he covers. So obviously you've just seen him there in the left wing position. He's got a hold of the ball, spraying the ball along. I'm just really intrigued to let people see. Look at him, he's coming into the middle of the park now. He's looking for the ball at every occasion. There he is in the centre circle. See, he's probably going to go and find the ball again. Equa. Equa's a big lad, mate.
I'm about to say,
Look
he's
at
supposed to be
Equa,
young,
though. Look at Equa's movement. Look at his movement, though. I'm going to answer this question in a second, Mark. Here's Forson, who was not at the St Andrews training, which I'll ask. I'll talk to you about in a minute. Alves plays the ball forwards to find Baptiste. And he's gone out. Mark Brown, question for Anton. Whose training facilities did West Ham use while at St Andrews? Where are the facilities? I've been at St Andrews but didn't recognise where you were. They used the official University of St Andrews training facilities. The facilities are top notch. And apparently when I was there, I found out from a local that it's Dundee United's training ground. So Dundee United must rent the facility from the University of St Andrews.
As absurd as you think.
And
because Charlton used to rent from Greenwich University.
Yeah. And Barcelona have been, PSG have been, Juventus have been. Look at the ball from Forson over the top. Look at that. Honestly, mate, we've got a talent here. We really have a talent here in Forson. So great facilities, Mark. Really, really good facilities. That's the second season in a row that the players have been up there. And they seem to enjoy it. And I've seen Mark Noble's comments today about saying he loves it up there and they really enjoy it. And it's intense training, but they've got a good kind of bond and they get looked after really well as well. So, yeah, it's good. So, listen, we've seen Forson for about 3 minutes. What's your thoughts on that? Look at him closing down, dropping off. Energies. I know he's just on.
They both got high energy, it looks like, the two of them.
Yeah.
They say that Equa looks like he looks back.
Look at him. He's tracking the player. Look at him. He's tracking the player. He's tracking the player. He doesn't stop tracking. Now he's talking to his players. Now he did stop tracking there, but he was talking to Baptiste.
Passed it off. Yeah. It's promising that we've got legs in the midfield. And I said that Equa. How old is he?
Equa is another player I'm impressed with, mate. I'm not too sure, but
I'm scared. We just got off Chelsea, wasn't he? He's the one we just... Yeah, he was the one we nicked off Chelsea.
Yeah, he was the one we nicked off Chelsea, yeah.
Because he looks frigging massive. You said about the fires on a Coventry.
So I'll give you a little rundown on Forson for anyone that's watching. He is a tenacious, energetic midfield player. He joined West Ham at the age of 14 following a successful trial. Let me just speed on forwards.
Did it say where from?
From a successful trial, no. The then 17-year-old entered the field in a familiar position at right back. So he's played a couple of positions. However, his main position is in the position we're seeing him in just now. Baptiste into the box. Keeper saves. His impressive performance helped nullify the hosts. Oh, let's just ignore that. After impressing during the 1920 season, he made 17 appearances for the under-18s. He signed a professional contract in the summer of 2020. I think he's been brought to our attention because he's in English as well. Still watched a couple of the under-23 games, as I did, but I never watched when Forson was playing. And he was massively impressed with Forson. And he did keep saying at the time he was known as the Canty, and I think he is. All joking aside,
that's
known as the kind of nickname. That's his nickname, I think.
Ah. So he looks like he covers a lot of ground. He does look like he gets about a bit.
Yeah. Listen, if you are watching, there's lots of you watching, please hit the thumbs up. Just go for it. Go over right now and hit the thumbs up. Let's hit a target for 200. Why not? So if you are watching right now, give us a thumbs up, please. And if you are new to the stream, please hit the subscribe button as well. Equa on the ball, who's a big lad. I think looks really good. Benrahma tries to find...
it's gone out, I think.
Yeah.
Cyber, is Rice back from holiday or Sufal Sushek? I don't think they're back yet.
No.
We've only had, what? Not even 2 weeks since the final. So I reckon soon. I think they must be. I think Souček and Soufal must be due back around.
They must be
now.
due back soon, and then Declan Rice must be next week. Yeah.
Yeah, because they get 3 weeks.
I wish I'd just shown that. Forcing just dispossessed the player. Played into it's Ben Rama.
Go on, Benny.
Tries to feed in Equa. Benny again.
Let's play it back
Tries
to
to
him.
shoot from distance, yeah. Arthur
How tall and how
Masuaku.
old is Forson? Not sure.
He's 17. No, he's not. He was born in 2001, so he's 20. Where are we? Where is Arthur, please? He's not playing just now. I think he must be on a fitness program. They did show him at training the other day. He looked like he was training himself.
Was it him and Diop, wasn't it? They trained on their own?
Yeah.
When you went up to a...
No, funny thing was, people said Masuaku was there. I didn't see him. But he wasn't on the training pitch at all in St Andrews.
Oh, that's interesting.
If you are watching, there's 500 people watching live. Please go across and hit the thumbs up.
Cyber,
I have no idea, Cyber, mate. I have no idea. I don't think so.
Because Premier League don't own it. No one really owns the stream. West Ham aren't even charging for it. It's a free stream that they're showing everywhere.
It's on Twitter. It's on Facebook. It's on Twitch.
The app, apparently, as well.
It's on everywhere. People are streaming it left, right, and centre from their phones to other things. So, yeah.
Why doesn't Bone play for England? Because he plays for West Ham. Okay. I'm not going to be funny. I guarantee if he got called up, if he went to Liverpool, he'd probably get called up for like the next England squad. Right? But in all kidding aside, on that side, you have got. Saka. I'd personally put him above Saka, but that's just me. But you got Sancho over there. I don't think he'd oust Sancho at all. I don't think he's in the same level as Sancho. Saka at the moment, I think he could play, but every manager has their favourites. There was talks about him, possibly making England squad at the time.
Listen, if you are watching, the game's nearly finished. Please go across and hit the thumbs up. What are we at just now? Let me check and see. Let's see where we're at in terms of numbers for the thumbs up. We're currently sitting at 137 thumbs up. Is Benny coming off? I thought, is he? Oh, is the game over?
Yeah, I think they must have finished the game, yeah. Charles, Football Channel. Reading fan, but liked and subscribed. Great channel, top guys. Outplayed us the whole
Cheers,
game.
lads.
Oh.
I'm going to push you again. We need 10 more to get to 150. Please hit the thumbs up. Go and hit the thumbs up, everybody. Right, Matt. Let's go through the game then. I mean, you watched the first half. I didn't, so I'm not going to lie to you. I can't really comment too much. But if we go to the starting lineup, let me just stop that. Let me just get rid of this. There we are. Let's go to the starting lineup. I mean, let's be realistic, mate. They made a total arse of this one, didn't they?
Of the lineup, didn't they? They made a total balls up. I mean, they didn't because they got most of the team right, but Creswell wasn't there. Creswell was on the bench.
Hold on a second, Matt. We're at 152 thumbs up. I'm pushing you to 200. I want 200 before the end of this stream. Another 48 thumbs up, please. Please, if you're watching, just quickly. It's just down there. Thumbs up. I think it helps algorithm, all that sort of stuff about the channel. So yeah, keep pushing that as well. And obviously, if you're new, I mean, you're talking about 500 people watching. So if you're new, go and hit that subscribe button as well. Please go and hit that subscribe button. It really does help the channel out. I mean, I think we're close to 7,000 subscribers as well. So please go and do it. So Matt, over to you again, mate.
I was like, they made a bit of a balls up of this, didn't they? Because the thing is, I'm sure they didn't drop this that long before the game. And normally, if they change, they say, "Oh, there's been a change." Didn't say anything. Creswell didn't start, and neither did Lanzini. Johnson came in at the start, and Oko Flex did. It wasn't a great game. I don't want to say it wasn't a great game, but I would say for a solid 20, 30 minutes, Reading were really in the game, and they gave us a game. They looked for large parts the better team. It did feel a bit like the goal sort of knocked the stuffing out of them. which wasn't even. We go to the goal. It wasn't a great goal. There was an opportunity, I think, for an Antonio header that got deflected wide. I don't think Randolph was ever really tested. Fornals was unlucky with a header. That was a ball whipped in from Ben Johnson on the left, playing left back. And it was a great save from the keeper out for a corner. We eventually got to the goal, which was a Bowen whipped in left foot off from the far side. I thought it was Johnson that flicked on at the near post. Apparently, I've been told it was Diop. Who we used to do it under? We used to do it, I think, under Pardew, where literally the guy at the front post would literally just flick it back to continue it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it was that, and the defender in the middle, who I thought was Kyle Edwards, apparently someone called Dorset. Don't know who that is. He just didn't react well enough, and he tried to sort of like fight away and just sort of ricocheted in the back of the net.
Yeah,
probably harsh on Reading at the time in the first half, but I think we made those flux of changes at half time because we do have a bit of depth, and the goal between it really knocks that really finished them. I think at the end of the first half, that goal. I think up until that point they were in it.
Yep.
But it is a pre-season friendly, and it is about fitness more than anything else. So I don't think they're going to be downhearted. I wouldn't be.
So decent first half, or just a bit of a boring first half?
It wasn't bad to watch. I mean, it was good football to watch, and Reading played some good football. So I wouldn't say it was boring. Mm-hmm. We had a couple of chances. We had a couple of headers, and we had scored. The one we did score was an own goal, but
yeah.
I say it was improvement on the game I watched. Was it last week, the Orient game, which was literally a poor draw?
Yeah, you certainly pulled the wrong one out of the hat that night. Listen, before you carry on, we're looking for 21 more thumbs up to hit the 200 mark. 21 more we need. So if you are watching, please go and hit that thumbs up. I don't want to bore you, but people are telling us this is what we need to do. If you want to grow the channel, it helps the algorithm. That's what pushes it. So if you are new around here, please go and hit that thumbs up. And also, if you are new around here, please go and subscribe to the channel. We do massively appreciate it. Sorry, mate. So second half, loads of substitutions.
Oh yeah, we went flying out of the blocks, didn't we? I say fly out of the box. I did think this, and a couple of us did say that we thought, Moyes might chuck the subs on at half time. We did think. I thought personally, more of the kids would have started. I was surprised when he didn't, but 5 changes at the break. Antonio, who actually, a couple of us said in the chat, he looked knackered at half time.
Yep.
Oko Flex, who was trying to do things but was quite wasteful in possession. Fredericks, who's just Fredericks, you know what you're going to get with him.
Mm-hmm.
And Dawson and Fornals. The 5 of them came off. Ben Rama, Holland, Creswell, Bonner and Lanzini came on. So you took off 1, 2, 3, arguably 4 starting players and brought on 4 starting players. So that is maybe where you could say we had a bit of strength and depth compared to, say, Reading. And I don't know why, but those changes did work. We seemed to dominate the ball a lot in the second half. As the game went on, their midfield got more and more stretched. Noble and Coventry, in particular, started getting a lot more time on the ball. Coventry was starting to dictate the play a lot more. And then he ended up scoring the second goal.
Yeah.
10% in the second half.
Absolutely. Coventry scored the goal. Describe it to us, mate.
Well, there was a lot of passing involved, and I think in the end, the overlap down the left-hand side that got cut back, played across the edge of the box to use the overlap on the far side, and it whipped in low across the floor from Johnson for Coventry to get attacking at the far post. Coventry making a deep man run, which, again, you need. And if Noble's playing alongside you, need that player playing alongside him to make the extra run. And almost as soon as that goal went in and it went to 2-0, Moyes rung the changes again. You know, Noble, Diop and Randolph come off. Mipo, Alves and Martin came on, which I was surprised about. I don't know if he was the only goalkeeper on. Maybe that's why he came on. I didn't see if we had any of the kids on the bench for the goalkeeper, actually. It's one thing I didn't check. So maybe that is why.
No, I don't think we did, actually. I think it was just...
Was it just Martin?
Martin, yeah.
Yeah, it was just Martin. So that's why Martin came on. He obviously... Because even though he probably... If we sign anyone, he won't be. But at the moment, Randolph is the number 2. So I suppose protect him a bit. then we didn't create many chances. They had a couple of key blocks. Like we had a couple of chances, even in the first half. There was that one. Bowen went on a crazy run. He cut inside the keeper, saved it, and then there was a block. We never looked stretched in the second half. We looked very comfortable. Noble and Coventry seemed to control the game.
Yep.
15 minutes to go. He protected Bowen, pulled Bowen off, and put Baptiste on, which then gave Ben Johnson a new lease of life because it seemed like Baptiste went to right back, pushed Johnson further up the pitch into like the right wing position, basically going in Bowen's position. And then he scored that ridiculous third goal, didn't he?
Yeah. Which
sort of took everyone by surprise as he sort of weaved his way past about 4 players and put it in the bottom corner. You know, I didn't expect that sort of thing from Johnson, but... And I think after that, it sort of... We just played it out. It was... I think at that point, Moyes was happy. He's probably gone 3 goals, clean sheet, players all had minutes, and we just sort of... Yep. I think that was the last set of subs, and we played the game out.
Yep, absolutely, mate. West Ham won 3-0, pre-season friendly again. Couple of players came on near the end there, forcing, I don't know if that's your first time really getting a chance to see him. What did you think?
He covered a lot of ground. That was one thing. He wasn't shy. He wasn't shying away from the ball. Sometimes the player will come on and he might want to wait to get involved. He was almost like chasing the ball at times. I wouldn't say chasing it, but he was always within a distance to make that third pass. If he wanted to play like a triangle, he was always there to be the third man to receive it.
Yeah,
covered a lot of ground. They both,
Matt,
both looked solid, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to interrupt. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw quick fire questions at you, and then I'm going to send everyone who's in here over to watch Russie on My Hammers 11's show, which is about to start at 9 o'clock. I've got the link. I'm just about to put it in the chat. So, Matt, give me in one line your thoughts on the game as a whole. In one very brief line.
Solid pre-season outing.
Cool. Excellent. Standout player.
Connor Coventry.
Standout younger player that's not Connor Coventry.
I liked Ekwa when he came on.
Standout senior player that you already know.
Surprisingly Noble.
You love a bit of Noble, don't you? Listen, if you have joined us, thank you very much for being patient. We did do this live watch along over 2 streams because our good friend Stel, who's in Portugal on his holidays, and it's 21 degrees while we're sitting here in Scotland and down south in London at 29 degrees, he decided to cancel the stream. So all we're looking for is one more thumbs up if you are watching as well. I'm going to send you the link in the chat just now, which takes you over to My Hammers 11. Go across and watch it because it's really good, decent content that Russ puts out. It's always going to be a good laugh, and he's doing a late edition tonight as well. So go across using that link that I've put in the chat, click in there and go and join Russie B. But if you are watching, please subscribe. You are new around here. Please subscribe. Please hit the thumbs up. And it's been a pleasure with you joining us, and we'll be back tomorrow with more content. So thank you for joining us. Subscribe, like, and comment, and click on that link and go and join DJ Russie B. Come on, you Irons. Cheers, Matt.